Welcome back. If you've made it this far, you're at episode 3.
Dun, dun, dun.
Are you excited?
So excited. So excited.
Ooh, that was beautiful. Like
Thank
a
you.
Disney princess.
Oh my God, that's what I've been striving for my whole life.
I feel the need to point out to all of our would-be listeners right now.
Yes.
This bitch has never seen The Little Mermaid.
Oh, fuck, it's happening. I've seen The Little Mermaid.
No, you haven't. I'm calling you out. Stacy?
No.
That's Stacy. Do not get her confused with Erin, which is me. That is Stacy.
Even though we sound exactly the fucking same. Wait a minute. I've seen Little Mermaid, just not all the way through.
That's because I forced you to, because I was appalled that you had never seen The Little Mermaid.
I've seen it in pieces.
No, she's never
Like,
fucking
I've seen the
it.
part where she has legs and she's in the fucking boat, and that wasn't with you, so I've seen it.
You have no idea.
Well, what's really important here is that I can sing every fucking lyric to the songs, so that's what really counts.
That's fair. But that's
Under the
only
sea.
thanks to Disney
No?
Pandora.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just like my childhood. But yeah, mostly Pandora now, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because your childhood had nothing to do with The Little Mermaid.
I had cassette tapes.
I too had cassette tapes.
We talked about this last episode.
We did. We're old.
You know, if we get any listeners older than 30, though, they're going to be like, fuck you, bitch, you're not old, shut up.
That's fair. But also, I'm older than 30, so it's fine.
No, you're not. Wait.
Technically, I am.
No, you're not.
I am 30 and a half.
I was like, how old are you? Because my birthday is on Monday.
It is. Are you so excited?
I'm about to be fucking 31.
Oh my god.
I don't want to do it. I kind of like 30.
I don't think we can be friends anymore.
I feel like you have to fucking deal with it. So, here's the thing. Here's how I feel about 31. Because this is very important. And people need to know. I don't really have that big of an opinion, but I feel like 30, I'm like mature enough that like I can say shit like, oh, I listened to fucking Disney songs on cassette tapes. I'm so old.
Yeah, but you also listen to PBS on your way to work.
Fucking NPR, tone it down a notch.
Sorry. Not public broadcasting system.
Yeah, no, but I definitely do that. So there's that. But also I'm young enough that I'm like, we brew beer. I'm hip.
Oh.
You know?
But we're always going to be that hip.
Yeah. All right, so lay it on me. What's your fucking goddamn story of the week?
Well,
Let's just jump into this shit.
let's just jump right in.
Let's rip the Band-Aid off.
All right.
Okay.
So I have a new assistant at work, right? So I do things at work that involve names. And so I was putting names together. And one of the names was James, and one of the names was Dean. And I was like,
Oh.
James Dean! I'm going to put them next to each other.
Duh.
And I think I probably gasped that out loud. Like, it's James Dean! I'm going to put them next to each other. And my coworker said, like the porn star? And I was like, well, no, it's like the actor that's spelled different.
Naturally. Okay, wait. I love that your coworker is comfortable enough to be like, not, well, he also might not be of an age that he would know that there was an actor named James Dean, but that he's like more comfortable to be like, oh, like the porn star?
Yeah. Yeah, right? Well, that probably tells you the tight ship that I lead. So
Yeah.
But he said that, and I was like, without missing a beat. It was just like, nope, not that one. It's this other one that's spelled different. And so he's like, how do you know that? And I was like, fuck.
Because I watch porn.
Oh, God, he knows I'm mortal. He's figured out the secret.
Oh, no. What did you say?
I think I went with like a,
It happened.
Well.
Was he like, gotcha?
No. I think we both turned very red and hid behind
my
our
God.
computer screens, and we're like, that's weird.
Oh my God, I love it.
And I was like, we're not talking about this.
Wait, I thought, is it weird that a guy knows another
Male porn star's
yeah,
name?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Is
Yes,
that weird?
it is.
But like we know like chick porn star names.
That's true. But I feel like that's different. Is
It's
it
the
not
fucking
different?
double standard coming out right now.
It is a double standard.
You
for
guys,
sure.
you guys go out there and you fucking Google every male porn star name and start naming them off. Be proud of it. Be proud you know that shit.
Just find your faves, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Found mine.
Found my shit.
So that's what made me say goddamn this week.
Goddamn. You know what is making me say goddamn is your goddamn story.
Right?
My fucking parents are going to listen to this probably.
I know. Well, I mean, Yep. Mine won't.
Also, I mean, there's not much left in this world that I can do or say to shock my parents, so
that's fair.
I'm not really that worried. Hey, Mom and Dad, pretend you never heard this if you ever listen to this.
Yeah.
We both know, but let's just act like we don't know.
No, we don't know.
Nope.
It's fine.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey.
You want me to tell you my goddamn story?
I do.
All right. Well, you kind of know this one already.
Ooh,
but
do I?
You don't know this extra little tidbit at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm ready.
Hey, everybody. Last weekend, I watched Aaron's Dogs.
Oh, she did.
I watched the infamous Carl and Hank. She has another dog named Hank.
Hank is a handful.
And fucking normally, I love Hank. He's hyper. I have a hyper dog. Her name is Chelsea. And they just go off and they go be hyper together and do whatever the fuck they want. And it's great because they entertain each other. And it's, you know, fucking glorious. But
I feel the need to point out before this story goes on that both of my dogs, well, Carl is over 100 pounds. Hank is like 60 pounds, 70 pounds.
They come barreling through the house like a goddamn wrecking ball.
It's not like a small dog that's just hyper.
Oh, yeah. Very good point. Yeah. These are larger dogs. And we have like a 45-pound dog or something. I don't know why I said it so precisely. I feel like
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, I feel like I took her to the vet in the last 2 years and she was 45 pounds.
Maybe Hank's like 50 to 60, but he's a medium-sized dog. But he's our small dog, so to me, I'm like, he's small. But to everyone else, they're like, that's not small.
Yeah, it's a normal-sized dog. So good point. Fair point. Bigger dogs, whatever. They're playing. Everything's great. I usually enjoy them thoroughly. Well, lately, I've been on a kick. I'm about to sound like such a fucking mom right now, but I've been on a kick of growing a garden. I just want to fucking plant something and grow it and then eat it. And I want to feed it to my family. Like, look at this beautiful bounty that I have grown from a seed, and I have fed you with this.
I feel ya.
So I've been growing corn, and I've been growing basil, and I've been fucking watering the shit. Also some onions. I planted so many things. Anyway, so I've been growing the shit like I'm going to win the goddamn state fair. Like, every day I go out there, and I'm, like, counting the ears of corn that are popping up, and I'm like, oh my God, there's tomatoes. Like, I'm fucking on the shit. I have a goddamn captain's log of everything I'm growing, and not really, but you know, like reading the fucking Farmer's Almanac.
So you have some state fair sized corn going on.
I mean, this shit is like 7 feet tall now. It's taller than me. Is impressive.
That sounds impressive.
So the dogs are outside, and they're having a great old time. And I go out there for some reason, and when I open the door, fucking Hank is running around the yard with a goddamn stalk of my corn, like 6-7 feet. So, like, I don't know, 3.5 feet on each side of his dumbass face is this big ass glorious piece of corn I've been growing, stalk of corn I've been growing.
I'm so sorry.
And he's so happy with himself.
Of course he is.
Motherfucker dug up half the corn, which, I mean,
God.
Granted, it's not like I was growing a field of it. It was like, you know, a 4x4 plot of, I don't know. I mean, it was impressive for my backyard. And then I noticed that the little asshole also dug up half my basil. He was so proud of himself. He's so proud. And I have never said more swear words in my life. Like, I was like, motherfucker, freaking out. And Lee looked like I had just hit a small child or something because I was freaking out over my corn. I was so mad. Now it's really funny. I'm not even mad anymore because who the fuck is going to eat that much corn? Okay, so cut to a week later, today. I was cooking dinner and I was letting my son play outside. And I look over to check on him and he's got his grubby little fingers in my little chive section of my garden, and he had pulled them up like they were weeds, like he was helping me pick weeds.
Wait, also,
yeah,
don't you have like a really bad track record of keeping plants alive?
It is the fucking worst, dude. That's
so
another
you
thing.
Had so many plants going, and then the universe, the rest of it was like, this bitch can't succeed.
Don't even get me fucking started.
Well, are you going first tonight?
I can fucking go first. You want me to go first? So, my story today...
Tell me about it.
...is a case called the Cinder Woman case.
Okay.
And it takes place in St. Petersburg, Florida, on July 1st, 1951. Or I guess events start July 1st, 1951.
All right.
So there's this lady, and her name is Mary Reeser.
Is she gonna die, or is she the murderer?
You'll find out. Mary Reeser is a 67-year-old woman, and she had moved to St. Petersburg, Florida, a year prior to this incident.
Okay. Is this like a retirement community?
Yeah, I think so, because it's Florida. It's my only...
And also, she's 67, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I didn't, read that anywhere, but she was widowed.
All right. What happened to good old Mary?
She was at her apartment, and her son comes to visit, and her son happens to be a doctor. His name was Dr. Richard Reeser.
Okay.
Dr. Richard Reeser.
Dr. Dick. Got it.
Dr. Dick. I don't actually know what kind of doctor he was, but he was a fucking doctor. And he goes to visit his mom, and he stays for, the day or the evening or whatever. And also the landlady, her landlady, comes over to visit also. And it starts to get late. It's 9 o'clock at night. And so...
if my landlord was here at 9 o'clock at night, I'd be like, you need to fucking reduce my rent.
Go.
Because I'm entertaining you in your home.
Yeah. So they're visiting, 9 o'clock rolls around, and Mary is like, I'm fucking tired, get the fuck out. But she says, instead, she's like, I guess she had taken 2 sleeping pills prior.
Jesus.
Yeah.
First of all, Mary's a goddamn trooper.
I know. I can't even take 1 or I'm out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mary takes 2 sleeping pills, and she's chatting it up with her visitors, and then she's like, you know what? I'm going to take 2 more sleeping pills so I can go to bed, and I'm going to smoke this cigarette so you guys leave. I'm pretty sure she did. This isn't
Paraphrasing.
Verbatim. Yeah, paraphrasing. But that's what her son says. She said.
Okay.
I can only assume that Mary had trouble sleeping.
I would fucking hope.
Because that's so many more sleeping pills than you ever need.
Yeah.
But, like I said, her son was a doctor, and I guess I didn't read this anywhere, but I heard it on, one of the fucking YouTube videos I was listening to.
All right.
They said that her son prescribed her these sleeping pills, but they didn't call them sleeping pills. They called them sedatives.
Oh.
And
that
I guess
sounds
it's
so much worse.
Yeah, I guess it's like a sedative that you would take before going into surgery. So,
all right,
that seems a little intense. I'm going with sleeping pill, but I just wanted to mention that I also heard sedative. Either way,
I think that a sleeping pill is a sedative.
That's true.
But
not for surgery.
But not for surgery. It's not going to knock your ass out. It's just going to, help you sleep.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know the difference.
I could wake up if I wanted to, is the difference.
That. That's a good difference.
The other one, you cannot.
You don't have a choice.
Anyway, so both visitors leave at 9 o'clock at night, and her son says, the last thing when he was, saying goodbye, he saw her sitting in her lazy boy chair, and she was wearing her nightgown, she was already in her night clothes, and she had 2 fans pointed at her because it's fucking Florida in July.
Ugh, it's so humid.
Yeah. And so she said, I'm going to smoke this fucking cigarette and go to bed, right? So he's like, deuces. Later, Mom. Okay, at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 a.m., on July 2nd, the next morning, obviously, the landlord lady, or the landlady, I don't know, why can't you call her a landlord? Let's be inclusive.
You can call her a landlord.
Or is that
can also specify that she's a lady if you wanted to, but she's still just a landlord.
Would it be a landlordess?
A landress?
Anyway, the landress. Her name was Miss Pansy Carpenter.
Oh, Pansy.
I love it.
I kind of don't hate it.
Yeah, okay, she hates it. She's lying.
I fucking hate it.
Don't be such a dickweed, you fucking pansy. Okay, so 5 o'clock in the morning on July 2nd, so the next morning, Miss Pansy Carpenter wakes up and she thinks she smells smoke.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess her water pump was acting up, and so she just attributed it to being her water pump smoking. So she goes into her garage and she turns off her water pump and she goes back to bed. And then at 8 o'clock in the morning, so 3 hours later, Pansy is woken up by a telegram boy. And he says he has a telegram for Mary next door or wherever, but she wasn't answering. And so, telegram for Mary.
Telegram.
Somebody take this. And so Mary signs for the telegram.
What the fuck is a telegram?
Okay, I want to have this conversation.
I would like to too, because I don't actually know. I thought it was like a telegram for Mary, telegram for Mary.
Yeah.
And then it was like a guy that was like, your stock's just dumped. I don't know. Fucking... he's going to tell you a message. That's what I thought.
I think that's what it is.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So here's what I know about telegrams.
Go on.
Let me tell you all my knowledge. From what I recall, they always say stop at the end, right? So to be like, Aaron, stop. This is Stacy, stop. I'm writing to tell you that I love you, stop. Yours truly, Stacy, stop. Right? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, are you talking about it? I want to say telegraph.
No, because those are beep, 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 beep.
Yeah,
no,
like
beep, telegrams. Beep, beep. They always say stop. Like when the sentence is done, it says stop. But is that for like when they read it to you? Like, I'm the telegram boy and I have a telegram for you.
But I feel like the telegram boy would have like put more personality into it. Like, Jacqueline says you're beautiful. Maybe not Jacqueline. They all have an accent.
I really like your accent. Jacqueline.
Richard
but do you think
says you're beautiful.
Yeah, do you think they're like, Richard says you're beautiful, and then in their head they're like, stop?
Yes, in their head, absolutely. They're like, stop. Because when you hit enter, it's called a full stop.
Oh, so maybe that's how. Why would it fucking type out the word stop? I have so many questions. If anybody knows the answers to this, please help us, because we are struggling fucking very badly over here. She signs for it like a package. Okay, so Pansy signs for the telegram. I really want to know what the telegram said.
I do too.
But I didn't find that.
What?
So she signs for the telegram, and she goes over to Mary's house because she's like, let me give fucking Mary her telegram. Even though the telegram boy couldn't get her to answer.
Yeah, like, she'll answer for me. She just didn't know who you were.
Yeah, Pansy's like, I got the secret knock. Mm-hmm. So she goes over, knocks on the door, and Mary isn't answering, and so she grabs the doorknob, and the doorknob is hot.
To the touch?
Hot to the touch.
Okay.
So she's like, something's wrong. And then I guess there were like some workers down the hall or some shit.
Okay.
Or she got their attention and she was like, hey, can you guys help me get into this door? Because something is wrong. Something's not right. My friend's not answering and the doorknob is hot. Like, fucking let's get in there.
Yeah. Also, shouldn't the landlord have a key? But I digress.
That is the true mystery.
Yeah.
Why the fuck doesn't she have a key?
Yeah. She should have just been like, this doorknob's hot. Let me unlock it.
Yeah, with my fucking master key.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they knock the door down. And inside the apartment, it was really, 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 really hot.
Like, just temperature hot?
Yeah.
Like there was no fire? I was waiting for fire.
Okay, the temperature was really, really hot, even though all the windows were open. And in the corner, they find a mound of ashes containing Mary Reeser's left foot.
What?
With a slipper still on it.
What?
And they found the burnt remains of a chair and a lamp and an electric clock with a melted plug that stopped at 4:20 a.m. So they walk in. The apartment's hot as shit.
Okay.
There's no fire, but there's a pile of ash with a left foot in it.
Okay.
And
wait.
Yep.
Bones or like the whole foot?
Oh, like the whole foot. Like it's
like
just
placed
a
on
foot.
top of ashes?
Yep.
Okay.
Like a leg, just like from the calf down.
Jesus.
A leg just sitting on top of a pile of ashes.
Okay.
And her chair is toast, like burnt up.
Okay.
And then the lamp is melted or burnt up. I guess there was like a metal core left of the lamp.
Okay.
But there was a lamp.
Where was the rest of her body?
It was in a pile of ashes.
It was under the foot.
It was under the foot.
What the fuck?
Yep. And so they also found her backbone, like her spine in the ashes. And they found her skull.
Okay.
Which is weird that this is what follows.
Okay.
After that sentence. The skull had been shrunken. Or was
Excuse me?
shrunk. Yeah.
What? How?
I don't
Does
know.
one do that?
I don't know. But everything said that the skull had been shrunken to the size of a teacup. I'm sorry. It's not funny. But what the fuck?
What?
I don't know. So
wait a minute.
Okay.
I have so many questions.
I do too.
First of all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This pile of ashes.
Yep.
Obviously, it's not dust ashes. Like, it's a pile of debris and ashes. Because
it's like there was a fire. Yeah.
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 Okay.
But only right there.
And she has a shrunken head.
Her
foot is totally normal. Like, still has skin on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Just trying to gather information
Yeah,
here.
put it all together. Also, just so you know, I guess investigators were saying that the skull thing was really weird. Like, somebody had been quoted saying something along the lines of, usually skulls, like, explode under intense heat.
They
like,
don't shrink.
But I also did read, spoiler alert, that it could have likely just been, like, a lump of ash or bone or whatever that looked like a skull, but I don't know how you fuck that up.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be pretty distinct.
Yep.
And also, you could, like, crush it. Like, oh, that's just ash.
But maybe, like, don't put your fingers in it. Stop it.
You're
Get off. You're not allowed in the crime scene.
That's why I'm not a crime scene. Crime scene investigators.
Ooh. Go Gadget Arms. Anyway, so there was a 5-foot circumference burned out of the carpet underneath where her foot and everything was. Basically, it's where Mary was sitting the night before, right? Like her chair and everything.
So this bitch just got taken up by Jesus.
Yes.
Is what you're telling me.
He fucking swooped in and was like, today. Oh my God. We're going to bad places.
A 5-foot circumference. Was it a perfect circle?
Yes, the perfect circle. I don't actually know that.
I was going to say, because that's some goddamn, like, UFO shit.
That's actually, I mean, I'm pretty sure it said circle, like a 5-foot circle, and I wrote circumference, because I was like, it's not a goddamn circle. This is,
like, stop that. That's not proper English.
Yeah. And it turns out, I guess, the floors and her walls were made of cement.
Okay.
So that's why it, like, didn't catch the whole fucking
And
apartment.
her walls?
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of house is this?
Florida.
I guess.
Maybe cement.
Like, we're ready for hurricanes.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's a really good point. So that's why, like, the whole place didn't, like, burst up in flames, I guess. Well, that's not the only reason why, but that makes a little sense why, like, the carpet burned.
That is a reason.
Yep. Exactly. And then around where she was sitting, like, everything else was untouched. Like, the rest of her apartment didn't catch on fire or anything. There's just, like, some plastic household items that were close by where she was sitting, and they were warped from, like, the heat, the extreme heat.
Okay.
But nothing else caught on fire.
So her chair, and that's it. And, like, the carpet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the carpet didn't, like, continue burning?
No, there was literally, like, a stack of newspapers right next to, and they didn't catch on fire or anything.
That's not how fire works.
I know. Well, that's what happened. And there was, like, char and soot on the ceiling and the walls.
Okay.
But, like I said, nothing else was on fire. Rest of the apartment was fine.
I don't like this, but all right.
So the investigators are like, what the fuck?
That's not normal.
The investigators were stumped because for complete cremation of the body, the required temperature has to be like 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. Something intense. Like, it has to be crazy fucking hot.
Yeah, no, I've heard that too.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, there's still a foot.
There's still a fucking foot. So, like, how could the temperature get that hot and that intense, but, like, not catch anything else on fire?
Yeah.
So they can't figure it out, and they deem the cause of death spontaneous human combustion.
Get the fuck out of here.
I will not.
What?
Because, like, the whole house.
Not even, like, spontaneous, I was smoking and an accident combustion.
Spontaneous human combustion is how they, like, I guess all the characteristics of spontaneous human combustion is that you have your leg still, or
Wait a
legs.
minute.
Yeah, this happens.
Is that a thing?
There are like 200 fucking cases of spontaneous human combustion. And in majority of the cases...
Are you serious?
I'm being dead serious right now. So I was going to, actually for this thing, I thought I would do stories of spontaneous human combustion because this was so fucking interesting. But they're all basically the same, and this one has like the most detail. So I'm sticking to it just being Mary Reeser's story. But yeah, spontaneous human combustion is a thing that happens often enough that there are characteristics. And those characteristics are that there are feet left, and that the area that they caught on fire in or whatever, combusted in, is the only area burned.
Get the fuck out of here.
And it doesn't spread. Yeah. I don't know that shrunken skulls are a thing.
Okay. I might allegedly just be drunk, but, like, how does that not tell you that there's fucking aliens right now?
Oh, buckle in, baby.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm kidding. I know, right? Like, that's fucking weird.
No, like, but seriously, maybe people do, but, like, in my infinite knowledge.
Yes. Yes, which is so infinite.
So infinite. People don't just combust. Like, that's gotta be something else. There's something else. Like, it's aliens, and people just don't want to admit that shit, right? Like, it's something else.
I agree. No, it's fucking weird.
These bitches were taken up by something.
Okay, so the theories.
Oh,
you're getting at the theories here.
Okay,
where you're going with
Is
the aliens.
the number one fucking UFO abduction?
It's fucking close. So some theories to explain the spontaneous human combustion is hypothetical subatomic particles that are called
what?
Pyrotrons.
Oh, yes, the pyrotrons.
Yes, which supposedly explode when they collide with human tissue. There's just fucking pyrotrons hanging out in the universe, and then occasionally they collide with human tissue, and they fucking explode, and you spontaneously combust.
What the fuck is that? Like, is that a legitimate thing?
Another theory is that the ignition of methane gas from within the intestines. I'm going to name off some of these.
South Park do that theory?
I'm sure you would know. I wouldn't know. I don't watch that much
Where,
South
like,
Park,
they
but I
don't
should.
fart for a really long time, and then they spontaneously combust.
Oh, there you go. There's actually a bunch of theories. There are UFO theories, alien theories, all this
well,
stuff.
there should be, because that's the fucking what happened.
Another theory is nerve malfunction. And I guess that the nerve malfunctions in a way that produces a large electrical current and thus a flame. That's not a fucking thing.
It's really hard for me to get on board with any of those things because I don't think my body produces sparks ever.
Okay, but here's the problem with all those theories. One, pyrotrons aren't a thing.
Okay, good. Thank God. I don't have to worry about that in my life.
Exactly. And then the methane in the intestines theory, there's nothing to ignite it within your body. And then also there's no oxygen to help burn it once it would ignite. So that's not a good one. And then the human nervous system thing, you can't produce that much voltage within your body.
All right, thank God. My body won't betray me.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Fucking spontaneous human combustion. And plus the body is made of like 2/3 of water. So like it's not.
It'll put itself out. It puts itself on.
It's somewhat flame resistant. Like, you have to really want to burn the body. Okay, so a few weeks after Mary's death, right, the investigators are going with the spontaneous human combustion theory, and they're all fucking freaked out, and they're like, I don't fucking get it, man. Like, she had a shrunken skull. This shit is freaking me out. So they give all the evidence to the FBI, and they send, like, her fucking teeth and ashes and parts of the rug and her fucking foot with the slipper in it. All that was left of Mary went to the FBI.
Okay.
And so the FBI runs some forensics. And they don't find any gasoline or any kind of, like, igniter fluid.
Accelerant.
Or ignition. Yeah, accelerant, thank you. They don't find it in the ashes. They did note, however, that Mary was 170 pounds. And so she had high body fat.
Okay.
And she was wearing a nightgown. Like, you'll recall, I said her son remembers leaving her in her nightgown. And it was made of very flammable material. And they concluded that she fell asleep in the chair with a lit cigarette. Because she fucking took 4 sleeping pills.
Jesus,
or sedative.
Yeah.
Whatever. And so she was smoking her cigarette. She's about to go to bed. She fell asleep in her chair while smoking the cigarette. And the cigarette ignited her clothing. And the chair caught on fire. And then she had those 2 fans pointed at her. So the fire was fed oxygen by those 2 fans.
And also then put out?
No.
Okay.
So they think that she died from inhaling the smoke almost immediately. And when you're smoking, you have your cigarette in your hand, right?
On your thigh-ish.
Yeah, maybe that's what maybe it caught her thigh on fire first, and so the fire started in her lap area, and then, like, the smoke went up into her face, and then she passes out. Or she was already passed out, right, from the sleeping pills. So then she's breathing in the smoke, and then now she dies from, like, lack of oxygen, and the fire is going in her lap. Either way, even if that happened and she caught on fire, that fire wouldn't be hot enough to cremate a body. Like we said, it has to be, like, 2,500 degrees, and it has to burn for, like, fucking 18 hours, 4 hours. I don't remember.
Explain that.
Explain that, Google search, is what I want to say. Anyway, so the FBI then claims that a phenomenon occurred called the wicking effect.
Okay.
Have you heard of this?
Nope.
I have. I didn't really put it all together until I was doing this, and then I'm like, oh my God, I've heard of this. But my brain put it out. Anyway, so the wicking...
Put it out?
Here all day. The wicking effect is when the body fat is heated so hot that it literally melts and turns into liquid, and it becomes like a flammable liquid. And then that liquid fat seeps into the clothing, and it acts like a wick and a candle does. You know what I mean? Yeah. So she was like a giant inside-out candle. So the theory is that's what happened. Like, she caught on fire, her fat liquefied, and she turned into a giant candle.
Is that a theory because she was a chunkier lady? Or is
great question. I didn't mention this before. When the FBI was running the tests on all the stuff and didn't find, like, an igniter or anything, like, didn't find fucking gasoline or anything, they did find liquefied fat.
Oh, okay.
And so that's what was like, oh, shit. So this wicking effect would explain how she would have been basically cremated in her own home. Like, the flame would have been small enough that
Except for the foot.
I will tell you
okay.
all about the foot.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to jump ahead.
It's all right. It's a good question. It needs to be asked, and I will answer it.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so the idea is that, like, this small, really intense flame would be hot enough that it could literally turn your bone to ashes, and it could burn for hours, and slowly enough that it wouldn't start the whole fucking place on fire, and no one would be alarmed. But the reason that her foot was left is because your feet and your legs don't have much fat. And she was probably sitting up when she caught on fire. So, like, the fire is going up her body, right? Not down to her feet. And it gets to the point where there's, like, not much fat to melt or ignite anything. And plus, she didn't have anything on her leg. Like, she wasn't wearing pants. So there's no more, like, material to soak up the fat.
Okay.
So the fire just stopped burning that way and burned up instead.
What about her other foot?
I'm guessing, because this is also a really good question, I'm guessing she was sitting on her other foot. Because I'm doing that right now. I'm sitting like that.
Okay.
Or maybe you had, like, she had her foot reclined up or something, but had the other one folded in.
Or just, like, tucked up onto yourself. Like,
yeah,
like
you
one
don't
of
know.
These.
She might have been an agile 67. Nobody knows. We don't know. Okay, so just to tie this up into a pretty little bow, the wicking effect has actually been proven.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So some people at the FBI, I'm assuming, took some pig fat.
At the body farm?
Yep, at the body farm. They took some pig fat and pig skin and shit, and they put clothes on it, and they lit it on fire. And they watched, literally, this fire took hours to burn. And
it got hot enough to, like, cremate the ashes?
Yeah, there's just ashes left. And they put it out purposefully early before it burned up the whole body, and it left the, like, rest of it totally untouched, just like her leg would have been.
Okay.
Right? And all the cases are like this, right? All the spontaneous combustion. Not all of them. But that's, like, the characteristic, right? That their feet don't burn. Like, they're totally untouched. You can look up pictures of the shit, and it's like a pile of ash with just a normal-looking foot with a slipper on it. The slipper didn't even catch on fire.
That's fucking weird, though,
right?
no?
No, it's so weird.
Like,
but it makes sense.
Wait, you said she had 2 fans on her?
Yeah.
How did the embers not fucking...
Well, I'm sure it, like,
the newspaper
fed
next
them, you know? Like how you blow, you...
Yeah, but also, you've been near a fire before because you live in California.
Yeah.
You've seen embers.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like blow and then catch something else on fire?
Yeah, catch the newspapers on fire.
Because I think it was like a small... Like, imagine a small ring of fire, one might say. Where, like, the center is all ash that's already burned, and it, like, burns out and makes, like, a nice little smoldering ring. Like the cigarette, like lighting a cigarette. Like how all around...
So it's not like a flame, but it's just a ember.
Also, during the... God damn it, Goose. So rude.
He is very rude.
He's so rude. Anyway.
Goose, lay down.
He's like, I will. I'll lay right here on your microphone.
As soon as I figure out a goddamn warm spot.
Hi. Why is he yelling at me?
I don't know.
Love you.
He just wants attention.
Love you. Okay. Maybe that'll shut him up for a minute. You're so fucking cute. So during this experiment with the pig fat, the flame, the burning little tiny ember or flame or whatever, it reached 180 degrees Celsius, which is fucking 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Jesus.
Roughly.
All right.
Like,
so more than you need to cremate.
Yeah, what you need to cremate a body. So it reached that in scientific studies.
Okay.
So it has been proven that this is probably exactly what the fuck happened, but still people believe to choose.
I choose to believe.
Yeah, still people choose to believe that fucking aliens and shrunken skulls and shit.
Yeah, I would. I still do. Also, her skull was shrunken, so there's
that. Or it could have just been like a chunk of ashes. I didn't see her skull. I would like to see her skull. That's a weird thing that I never thought I'd say.
That is a weird thing to say.
Shouldn't say in public.
Well, goddamn.
Okay, Erin.
Okay, Stacey. My story is about the Richardson family murders.
Bum, 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 bum. A whole family? That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm ready. At least you warned me. You said family, so I'm there.
Here's the thing. The murders were committed by a 300-year-old werewolf.
Fucking, you stop it right now.
I was like, this is gonna get her.
I'm sorry. What? Was it like an animal just like ate them all and they're saying it was a werewolf?
Oh no, I'll tell you all about it.
Okay, I'm excited.
I just need you to know that the person, it's a person.
Okay.
Who committed the murder.
Yes.
Was like, I'm a 300-year-old werewolf.
You know what's more upsetting about this? Is that I would be that fucking person's friend.
You abso-fucking-lutely would. And I'd be like, this person's weird. We should not be their friend. And you'd be like, no, it's fine.
I have the worst radar for this shit. And I'd be like, no, Aaron. He thinks he's a fucking werewolf. He'll be our friend. And you're going to be like, nah, but he gives me the murder vibes. And I'd be like, oh, really? I didn't get that from him at all. Like, yeah, he's eccentric.
All right. April 23rd, to be exact.
Yes.
2006. So.
Oh, my God. He thinks... Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. This is a relatively, it feels recent in my life. But
yeah, me too.
Relatively recent time in our lives.
Okay.
April 23rd, 2006, in Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. The bodies of Mark, Deborah, and Jacob were found in their homes.
He's got a name.
Yeah, he does. Oh. So Mark is 42, Deborah 48, and Jacob was 8.
Oh.
Yeah. So a neighbor child goes to the house to play with Jacob, and he apparently sees a body in the window, and he's like...
In the window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like, not in the window, but, like, he looks in the window like, hey, where's Jacob at? And he sees a body, and he's like, damn. Still. And then he goes home.
He said, damn. Don't go looking in our windows, kid. Knock on the door.
He probably did that first, and, like, they didn't answer.
Okay, you're right. I'm getting hung up on the wrong thing.
Yeah. And then they didn't answer, and then he was like, Mom, I think I saw a body. And the mom was like, that's weird. I'll call the cops. So the police get to this house, and they find the mom and the dad in the basement. And the mom is stabbed 12 times.
Oh, no.
The dad is stabbed 24 times.
Holy shit.
So a lot of fucking times.
That's a lot of stabbing.
They were found in the basement. The little boy had his throat slashed.
No.
In the bedroom upstairs. In his bed. I don't mean to laugh. It's an uncomfortable laughter. I'm sorry. So, there is a little girl that's missing.
The family's little girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's 12.
Okay.
Technically, she's 12 and a half.
I don't want to know this.
Investigators were originally like, oh no, she was kidnapped, right?
Yeah.
She wasn't kidnapped. Ugh. They found her the next day in Leader, Saskatchewan, which was 81 miles away.
Oh, I'm glad you said that because I had no idea where that was.
Yeah, I don't either. With her boyfriend, Jeremy Steinke.
Is he the werewolf?
Who's 23.
Sorry.
So a little bit about Jeremy. He believed he was a 300-year-old werewolf.
Spoiler alert, it was fucking the boyfriend. God damn it.
Right there, you got it. You nailed it.
Oh my God.
He believed he was a 300-year-old werewolf.
There's so many things wrong with
First of all, she was 12 and a half.
Yeah, it's weird that she has a boyfriend.
It's real weird that she has a boyfriend. Second of all...
He's 20-something?
He's 23. He's 11 years older than her.
Gross.
Like, that's a little too many years.
It's too many years when you're 12.
Yeah. Also, apparently, he liked the taste of blood.
As werewolves do.
Many of them. He, at one point, claimed that he had eaten a batch of sugar cookies that a friend had made with blood. Quote, when they came out of the oven, they were pink. That's how much blood he put in them.
I ate a batch of sugar cookies with blood. Like, that's how I imagine this.
So fucking dangerous.
So much blood, the cookies were pink.
He was also unemployed and a high school dropout.
So fucking prize.
If that wasn't implied.
Yeah, right? Shit.
He wore a small vial of blood around his neck.
All right, tone it down. I would have been this guy's friend so hard.
You abso-fucking-lutely would.
Ugh, this is so upsetting.
Okay, he had an account at vampirefreaks.com.
Of course he did. That's a thing.
It's still a thing, if you were wondering. Yes, I fucking went to it, and I checked that shit out. It's quite active.
Did you make an account?
I did not make an account, but it's still a thing. They were like, this lady posted 17 seconds ago, and I was like, that lady is insane.
What are the things they're posting?
Like, I need a friend, or like, I'm gonna leave this site. Swear to God, somebody better talk to me. And I was like, what is happening here?
Swear to God, I'm gonna close my account.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was.
Never see this 300-year-old werewolf again. Wait, but he thought he was a werewolf. Why was he on vampires?
I don't actually know if we're gonna get into semantics.
Semantics? They're totally different creatures. Don't get me started on this.
Would you like to know his username?
Yes, I need to know his username.
Well, it was Soul Eater.
That's actually a really good vampire name.
I can't believe that wasn't taken.
Yeah.
So, the little girl's name who was 12 and a half.
Yeah.
A lot of sites were like, we can't post her name because she was a child. And other sites were like,
fuck it was Karen.
Fuck it. So I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Okay.
But Jasmine.
Yeah, we're not a respectable news source. So
No,
I think
we
it's okay.
are not. Jasmine Richardson. She also had an account at vampirefreaks.com.
Is this how they met?
It's not yet. They originally met at a punk rock show.
Of course they did.
In early 2006.
What do you think a punk rock show? Was it like Good Charlotte?
Probably. Here's the thing. Early 2006 is when they met. The murders were committed in April of 2006. So that's,
Not
to
long.
me, early 2006.
Yeah.
Okay, so her account name, it was Runaway Devil. It's not great. Like, you're 12.
Okay.
12 and a half.
Runaway Devil.
So the parents, Deborah and Mark,
Yes.
obviously did not approve of this relationship because of the age difference.
Yeah.
And so Jasmine concocted a plan.
Oh no. So it was her idea.
Yep. It has been said that through emails and or the Vampire Freaks posts or whatever,
Yeah.
that
Messaging.
she said to him, quote, I hate them, so I have this plan. It begins with me killing them and ends with me living with you.
Oh my god, that's so fucked up. She was like going to the super hardcore shows.
Yeah, apparently.
She wasn't at Good Charlotte.
No. So then he responded to that as Soul Eater with, well, I love your plan, but we need to get a little more creative with, like, details and stuff. He posted, are you ready for this? It's kind of a poem.
Oh my god. Yes, I'm ready for a poem. I'm ready for kind of a poem.
Payment!
Oh.
My lover's rents are totally unfair. They say that they really care. They don't know what is really going on. They just assume. Their throats I want to slit. Finally, there shall be silence. Their blood shall be payment.
And scene.
That's a dramatic reading
What?
of one of his
fuck?
posts.
Oh my
from
god.
April 3rd. The bodies were found on April 23rd, so this isn't too much before that.
Oh my god.
So friends apparently heard her ask him to, like, kill her parents. Jeremy attempted to recruit his friends to help him. They declined.
Oh, okay, good. I mean, one, shitty friend.
Right?
But also, good person.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the murders. Jeremy, the boyfriend,
Yeah.
stanky. Jeremy stabbed the mom and the dad. Mm-hmm. It was later kind of brought out that he probably, most likely, I guess, stabbed the mom first and then the dad after. And the dad fought back with a screwdriver.
Oh my fucking god.
So the dad fought back with a screwdriver and obviously was eventually overpowered and murdered.
Yeah.
A friend testified against Jeremy that he had boasted that he gutted his girlfriend's parents like fish. So Jeremy was in prison. Like, he was arrested and he was in jail or whatever.
He was arrested for these murders.
Yeah, he was arrested for the murders. So was she, by the way.
Okay, good.
I said that, right? I hope I did. It's this, like, goddamn journey. They're going to stop listening at episode 3 because Erin's drunk.
No, they'll listen more. Like, did she have a stroke?
Jesus Christ, she's not that dumb. So, okay, still about the murders.
Yes.
While he's in prison, Jeremy talks to an undercover officer who's posing as a prisoner. He told the officer that Jasmine slit her brother's throat. Quote,
No.
it didn't bother her at all either. She didn't cry or anything. In fact, the next day when we were on the road, she was fucking laughing about it. She's got a few screws loose too.
Do you think that's true or he's lying?
His defense said that all of this talk with the undercover police officer was just boasting in prison. Like, trying to get the biggest, baddest reputation to be like, you know, don't mess with me type thing.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, soon after they were arrested, they were exchanging letters, and they described plans to marry in a Gothic ceremony and move to a castle in Germany. Now,
fucking dream big.
no, I don't know if you've ever been unemployed and uneducated before.
Or if you've ever had a wedding and had to pay for it.
Fucking seriously. I'm just going to go to a castle in
shit.
Germany.
Yeah.
Wait, first of all, he's going to live in a castle in Germany.
That sounds cold.
That sounds
That's what I'm concerned
impossible.
with.
Like, there's only a couple. Like, there's probably a few.
They're
There's probably
probably
more than a couple.
already inhabited.
Yeah, or at least, like, museums or something.
It sounds like something somebody who thinks he's a werewolf would say.
Exactly. So he's a little out there.
Yeah. You think?
He told the undercover officer that the father's dying word was, "Why?"
Oh.
And he replied, "Because your daughter wanted it that way."
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Apparently, he, again telling the undercover officer, he drank a, quote, 2-4, which I'm assuming means 24 ounce,
Oh, okay.
of beer and a bottle of vampire brand red wine. And he had a gram of cocaine hours
shit.
before the murder. By the way, I don't know how much a gram of cocaine is, like if that's a serving size or if that's like a lot.
I don't actually know either.
Well, I
That's
asked
'cause
Brandon.
we don't fucking do cocaine.
Only I tapped Brandon. I was like, "How much is a gram of cocaine?" And he was like, "Are you trying to buy cocaine?"
No. It's for research.
What is happening? Yeah, and so
Like, is
then
it a bump or is it like a
yeah?
block?
Like, is it one serving or is it like, fuck, that guy has so much cocaine?
I will take one serving of cocaine.
And he said he didn't know. So there's
You
that.
can, like, Google a picture of it.
I
Damn.
didn't want to be on that list
How
too.
fucking naive are we that we know all about murder and shit, but we're like, what's a gram?
Yeah, I don't understand a
Yeah.
gram of cocaine. He also watched with her a movie before the murders called Natural Born Killers.
Of course.
He said, quote, "I think that's the best love story of all time. Have you
This
seen
guy's
this movie?"
No, I haven't.
Okay,
I hate him. I hate this guy, though.
Neither
He's
have I.
stupid. All right.
Here's the little summary of the movie. It's two lovers coming from abusive backgrounds. They kill her abusive father, go on a road trip, where every time they stop, they kill everyone around them, and
Ugh.
they leave one person alive to tell the story and become a media sensation.
Oh my god, what a fucking stroke of his goddamn murderous ego.
Yeah.
So that's what he
Right?
thinks that's what they think they're doing. They're,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
carrying
he's
this
like,
out.
we're going to be famous, and also we're such, like, I don't know, star-crossed lovers, like,
What's the name of that movie?
Natural Born Killers.
I feel like I've heard of
It's
it.
like Woody Harrelson and shit.
Oh,
Like, how
okay.
did you get into this?
yeah.
Okay, so one source said that he had watched that with the girlfriend, and another source said that he had watched it with his friends, but this other source that said that he watched it with his friends said that after he had watched that movie, that he said he should go about their plans in a similar manner, but without leaving the brother as a witness. So the movie left behind this witness, like, each time to tell the story or whatever. But he's like, no, but the brother can identify me, and I don't want to leave him behind.
That's
so,
sick.
So his defense
Mm-hmm.
is that he claims the attacks on the parents were brought on by an impulsive reaction triggered by alcohol and drug use and being surprised in the home by the mom.
See, here's the problem with that, though, is you fucking plotted it out.
Is the fact that you had emails and this other forum
It was
saying,
fucking
"Hey, let's do
premeditated.
this." Yeah, it was absolutely premeditated.
Yeah, get out of here with that stupid shit.
He says all the stuff he said to the undercover cop was hollow jailhouse boasting.
Yeah.
His mom took the stand and told the court about the beatings and abuse he endured at the hands of her ex-husbands and lovers.
Ugh.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Not a great
stand-up-
home environment.
Yeah, stand-up environment right there. She also told them that he was on antidepressants and medication for ADHD since the early teens.
Oh, dang.
Let me say right meow.
Okay.
My brother was on medication, quote
Yeah.
unquote, for ADHD, and he's never murdered anyone. But
Oh, okay, I got it. I was like, where are you going at with this? Like, are you mad that they took medication for ADHD?
No.
I
I'm
got
just
you.
saying,
But
like,
that's not an excuse.
it's
Yeah.
not an excuse. It's not a. I mean, maybe it's a thing. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but
But your fucking son murdered people don't justify it.
yeah, are you trying to justify this shit?
Yeah.
Like, so he received 3 life sentences for first-degree murder, with a minimum of 25 years before the eligibility for parole. So, her defense was that she's just fucking crazy.
Yep. Check. Put her away.
Since she was 12, she became the youngest convicted multiple killer in Canada.
Multiple killer?
Yeah.
But she only killed one.
Technically, they're both involved in all 3 murders.
Okay.
So I think that's where the multiple is coming from. So she was charged and convicted as a youth with 3 counts of first-degree murder with a maximum penalty of...
Oh, God.
10 years.
Stop it right now.
She got 1.5 years credit, followed by 4 years in psychiatric institution, and then 4.5 years under conditional supervision in the community.
What does that mean? Like
AKA
house arrest?
A group home.
Oh, okay.
So
that's not fucking
she
prison.
was attending university, and
you always say this.
what? What do I say?
You always say attending university. You've never said it before.
As opposed to what?
Like going to fucking college?
Oh.
Yes. She was attending university.
So she was going to fucking college.
When did you get so, like, well-versed? Did you read it once and you were like, forever, I will now refer to college as attending university?
Listen, I wish I had attended university instead of gone to college.
You fucking went to college.
I did. I fucking went to college.
I'm glad we addressed this, because I've
That's
heard
all
you
I
say it a
did.
couple times now, and I'm like, what the fuck? She read it once, didn't she?
She's so cultured.
Okay, so she attended university while in the group home?
Yeah, in the group home.
Is she gonna fucking be one of these people that are like, I'm gonna be a lawyer, and I'm gonna get myself out of this shit?
Actually, I do think she went for law. I'm not
God damn it.
1,000% positive.
They always fucking do.
But she is free at 23 years old.
This is so upsetting. Are they still a thing? Is she looking for her castle?
I tried to find out if they were still a thing or not, and I couldn't find anything on her because her whole record was expunged or whatever. Like, you don't know who she is.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Her name was Jasmine.
Well,
How many Jasmines are there in Canada?
now it's not, probably.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, he's still in prison. He is going to file for appeal, though. Not pretty soon, but, like, he can file for appeal after 25 years, which is math.
Why would even bother, dude?
Seriously, you fucking murdered a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
And by shit ton, I mean
That's a lot.
3. That's a lot of people.
1 is a shit ton.
1 is too many.
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. So, their friend...
Yeah.
This is just a little side note, little ditty.
Yeah.
Their friend Casey Lancaster was also arrested at the same time as them for being an accomplice. She had driven them in her pickup truck from the scene of the crime, and she helped dispose of evidence. Yeah. But
so she knew?
Yeah.
What?
A lot of their friends knew. They were like, yeah, they talked about it.
Ugh.
I saw her ask him to help. And he tried to recruit his friends and stuff. And they were all
that's
like,
right.
instead of calling the cops, they were like,
Those crazy kids.
I'd love to hear another sonnet. So she was let off for testifying against them in a plea bargain that says that she's got 3 years of house arrest, where she has to abstain from drugs and alcohol, and she can never own guns. That's all.
It wasn't even a gun murder.
I think that's just like a standard all around.
Like, nobody can have fucking guns.
Like, if you've been convicted of being an accomplice to a crime, like,
No
if you're a
guns.
felon, like,
Yeah.
you just can't have a gun.
That's true. Okay, I get that.
Yeah, she can't have drugs or alcohol for 3 years, though.
Yeah.
But, like, after that, it's fine.
So stupid. God damn, they're so fucking nice up there.
Yeah. They are so fucking nice up there. Dude, she's free.
That's crazy.
This lady, who had, if not murdered,
She's gotta have
she
some
murdered
fucked
her
up
brother
shit.
/ had her family murdered.
Yeah.
Is free. She's done.
She's
like,
she's-
oops, sorry.
She's gotta be fucked up.
Yeah.
What if she's like a nun?
I hope she is. I hope she's turned her life around. What if she was like your friend?
Ugh, God damn it.
Like, what if you went to university?
She went twice.
Yeah, and you were like, I'm just taking my whatever classes, and you sat next to this chick,
And she
had murdered her entire family.
Ugh. That's weird.
Yeah, and
don't like
her
it.
name wasn't out, and because like
Yeah.
she wasn't,
She was protected.
she was young.
God damn.
yeah. God damn. God damn is right.
Well, that was fucking lovely.
Yeah. Do you have anything to bring this back up?
Ooh, I kind of do. Actually, we have a few administrative things.
Ooh. Tell me more.
As we like to say in the biz.
Girl.
I wanted to mention that fucking awesome goddamn you're hearing in the intro.
That's so good!
It's the best fucking goddamn ever. Okay, let me give you a little background. So, we posted on our Twitter account, like, hey, everybody, send us some awesome audio files of you saying goddamn, because we wanted to come up with, like, an intro concept. And at first we were thinking, like, we would mash up a handful of them. I don't know. We're fucking new at this. We're, like, freeballing over here.
We're just trying to figure shit out.
Yeah, we're trying to figure shit out. So then we get this bitchin' ass goddamn, which you guys have been hearing at the beginning of each one of these episodes, from David Rosen, and he is the host over at Piecing It Together podcast. And he was literally the first person to submit, not the only, I'll have you know, but the first person to submit, and I listened to this shit, and I was like, this is fucking it, we're done. Like, I found it. It is the best goddamn
Absolutely. I heard it, and I was like, and my husband heard me listen to it and was like, what the hell is that? And I was like, it's amazing! Is what it is.
Anyway, David Rosen, you fucking nailed it.
Also, have you listened to his podcast?
I have, and if you're a movie buff, you'll love it. He goes through and, like, breaks down certain movies. He picks a movie for the podcast and, like, breaks it down, and he has people come in that actually know their shit about movies. It's pretty cool. So if you're into movies, definitely go check it out. So, David, thank you so much. You're fucking awesome.
Thank you.
So, everybody, make sure that you follow us on Twitter at ISGD Podcast.
You can always email us if you have any suggestions or tips, or just want to chat at isgdpodcast@gmail.com.
Also, make sure that you subscribe and review us on iTunes or any other, whatever application you're using for this podcasting adventure. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you think. Even if it's bad, tell us. We'll make it better. Another cool thing that we thought would be fun to do is that since we got a couple of these submissions, these goddamn submissions, they're all really good.
They are.
We just chose David's because, fuck, man, like, how do you top that?
You can't. But please try.
Yeah, please try. So we thought it'd be fun to close these out with, like, a listener's goddamn.
And this week is brought to you by Jackie Wood.
Her Twitter handle is at JLW2180. So everybody go fucking follow her. I don't know if she wants you guys to follow her, but, you know. Follow her. Fucking twat at her and tell her how bitchin' this goddamn is.
God damn.
Nailed it.
Crushed it.
So if you guys submit your goddams to us,
Yes.
you might be featured in an upcoming episode.
And by might, she means definitely will.
Probably will, because we love you.
Ooh, also, we should tell them the sticker thing.
Oh,
Okay?
go on.
So, leave us a review on iTunes and take a screenshot of you leaving your review. And then email it to us at isgdpodcast@gmail.com with your mailing address, and we're going to send you a fucking thank you card and some stickers. Actually, they're not stickers, they're decals. Way cooler.
Ooh, girl.
Put that shit on your car, put that shit on your phone, put that shit on your computer, put it wherever the fuck you want
Put
to.
it wherever you want.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and we
love
hope that
you.
you're still around.
We
and
love you.
You subscribe and continue to listen, and
Yep.
we will continue to try and entertain you.
Yep, that's our goal.
Love you guys.
Later, losers.
Adios, motherfuckers. And if you're all caught up on our podcast, check out this promo from our friends over at Heartland Homicide.
Hi, I'm Christy, one of the hosts of Heartland Homicide, a true crime podcast. My co-host Kason and I focus on cases from the heartland of the U.S. You can find us on iTunes, Podbean, and most major podcast platforms. We explore some well-known and some not-so-well-known cases close to us. We are on social media at Heartland Homicide on Facebook and on Twitter at HRTLND Homicide. And while these cases may not be Florida crazy, they are cornfield crazy.